to Doug Hill. And right behind him, let's give another round of applause to Dick Tyler again.
Michael might be leading their job to the goal.
Rolling Central, there goes Benevolence. Is in the air with Dick Tyler as pilot. Going off 19
It's that time for, that's not Monty Python, the early morning Sunday show. Welcome. Glad you could be back. Update. He has all his teeth. They didn't have to pull out any of them. So that was kind of good. They just went in, charged me, a few $100, and ta-da, we have a cat. Yeah, they did x-rays and his teeth are fine. It's just gum disease. So now he has minty fresh breath. And the breath had been pretty bad. So we'll see. They don't know. We're going to see, but hopefully that will take care of things. And yeah, they had to knock him out, put him under, like to brush a cat's teeth. And so when he got up, it was like a drugged out cat, like a cat just strung out. And so he's in this carrier and does this, and he goes meow. Meow. It was pretty damn funny. He didn't meow much either because he was just so knocked out. So then we I get home to open up his kitty cage, and out he comes. Instead of walking straight, he's kind of walking sideways like he was drunk. It was pretty hilarious. But we're doing pretty good now. He the first couple of days he's pretty pissed off with the whole thing, that what we did. But yeah, now here we are. Here's host. He wants me to let him back outside. 4 a.m. killing time. But hey, we're recording now. So let's go. The opening that was, we have Riverfest going on. We have hot air balloons. There's other crap. One of those things. Hot air balloons, they're okay. They're fun. We like to go down, watch them go out, maybe once every 4 or 5 years. Every year it's like, hey, it's a hot air balloon. It loses its excitement. But you can hear that. The audience, the crowd, they were damn excited about the whole thing. New channel, want to just shout out there, Doug Anderson. His name of the channel, Doug Anderson. Now that's easy enough. His name's Doug and not Mike. So, it's good to see someone else coming in, not by the name of Mike. Though, Doug, I would suggest you maybe think about changing your name to Mike Anderson, and you're going to get a whole lot more. I'm just telling you. But Doug Anderson, he has 51 subs. He's been around for about 3-4 weeks now. So he is a new channel. Very nice guy, diverse. He has a lot of country, but there's the rock, 70s, 80s, the gamut of things. Right now he's doing basically contest entries, and he's trying to put out some of them so you could see, parts of his collection. And then, it's just, you got to become comfortable, and then suddenly you start doing, okay, here's what I want to do. And so, take a look, and let's give him some support, help him out. You know how it is, new channels. It's a struggle to get somewhere. So 51 subs now. Give him 52, whatever. But take a look at his channel, and just give him a hey, Doug Anderson. Now let's go on to my music. Okay, and we're going to begin today. This is a music on vinyl release, Slow Dive, and Just for a Day is the name of the album. This is Slow Dive's first album, formed in '89, broke up in '95, reformed in 2014 out of the UK. Music would be dream pop, shoegaze, ambient, I think could all fit in there. It was formed by Neil Halstead, I believe, was the last name, and Rachel Goswell. And they were like friends since age of 6. So obviously knew each other very, very well. And their very first group, they called themselves Pumpkin Fairies. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Pumpkin Fairies. The group is a 3-guitar group. When they were started, when they were forming Slow Dive, there's the inner sleeve, they wanted a third guitarist to add in, and so they put out an ad. Only one person applied. And in their ad, they'd asked for a female. They wanted a female to be their third guitarist, so they put out an ad. Only one person applied. His name was Christian Savelle, and he just really, really, really wanted to get into the band. He said, you know what? I will wear a dress. If that's what it takes, I will wear a dress. They will know. That's already been. He obviously hadn't seen the New York Dolls. They've already done that. They signed to Creation Records. And when they signed to Creation Records, I believe that was in 1990, the oldest member, the average age of the band was 19. So very, very young. Well, this was the first album. This came out in 1991, again, Just for a Day. And, when you say shoegaze, you can think of, My Bloody Valentine or Jesus and Mary Chain, really abrasive. That's not the case with this. This is not abrasive shoegaze, might be the best way to say it. It's hypnotic. It's slow and sensuous. What are we doing? You wanted to sneeze at the camera. You're not supposed to sneeze anymore. Yeah. Okay. You want to show them your teeth. Is that what we're trying to do? Okay. And so, God, it's, certain songs either on here, like Spanish Air is one, and Catch a Breeze. They're just these perfect, otherworldly textures are happening, almost like windswept. Beautiful stuff. Just incredibly gorgeous music. Catch the Breeze was one I really like. It's it's there's no vocals on it, but it's just rapturous. It's a real thing of beauty. This is like listen to the Cocteau Twins, but you can actually understand what they're saying and you can get what's going on. Their next album, Spavulki, whatever. I've got that one also, is really their masterpiece, but this is their first one. Incredible stuff. Slow Dive. Love that album. A new album. This new album came out this year. Adrian Quesada. Adrian Quesada. Boleros Psychodelicos. He's born in Laredo. If you're familiar with the name, he is a member of the Black Pumas. Also a member of Grupo Fantasmo. Which they're beautiful red, though. Isn't that a nice red? Beautiful red. And inner sleeve is, you got a little thing on there, a little symbol and some words. He kicked around in Austin. He's part of the Austin music scene in a lot of different groups. And then in 2017, he formed the Black Pumas. Well, this is a solo album he put out this year, and it was inspired by, he was listening to a lot of Latin American psychedelic ballads from the 60s and the 70s. And that was what inspired him as he wrote these songs. So he didn't go and take their songs. He he just wrote some, but it has that feel. This is gorgeous. My first listen, okay, psychedelic, ooh, okay. And so I was expecting something kind of hard or edgier. It's like, God, these are pretty slow. But it is good. And with each listen, I'm going, man, I really, really am digging this album. Oh my God. El Paraguas. It is it has this wonderful harpsichord going, and that's not something you're going to hear me say a lot. Wonderful harpsichord, unless they're Bach, but it is, and just these beautiful, gorgeous vocals. I want to play you a sample of that one. Where is a few of these on here? You know, I now some. Oh, there it goes. Mini tras con cariño. Yeah, I do a little better with Spanish. At least it's not French. Thank God for that. But that song is like a film noir. It is so cool. It's like you're watching a spy thriller. It's mysterious. It's sensuous. He brings in guest vocalists. A lot of them are female, and they just add so much to it. This is a thing of beauty. It's a wonderful sit down and listen to it and truly enjoy some incredibly good music. Super happy to get this thing. A favorite album so far this year, Adrian Quezada. It's all in Spanish, but that makes the beauty of it. Great stuff. The Kills. I've shown a lot of Kills. They've been reissuing them, but they didn't have. This is their second album. They finally reissued it. This is one of my favorite Kills album. I just think this thing's just incredibly good. You know, we have Alison Molsenhart. Ellen Vivi is what she goes by. And she's from the U.S., and then she's on vocals and guitar. And then you have Jeannie Holtel Hintz, and he is from the UK. And so he does guitars and also some vocals. And they formed, oh gosh darn, probably in the early aughts, I believe. And this is their second album, No Wow, that they did in 2005. It is just, it's post-punk sound that's been totally stripped down. It's edgy, it's intense, it's dark. These guitars are great, and they use a drum machine. You think, ooh, drum machine. It is so well done what they do with that drum machine. It's great. And they have the two guitars. Dead Road 7, and that I want to give you a sample of that. It's just this, it's menacing, it's mysterious. Rodeo Town is another just very, very cool sounding. It's gritty, it's a ballad, but it's dark, gritty ballad. This is just incredibly good stuff. It is tight, it's mean, it's just a great set of songs. Vocals are fantastic. It's like pissed off White Stripes, but more so because you got two guitar attack going on with that drum machine. Such a good stuff. I love the Kills. If you wanted the Kills to start, it's just bam, in your face. This is it. When this CD came out, I was like in love with this group way back when I was gone. So, you know, those CDs are gone. Great to have the vinyl. The Kills, oh wow. This album's next. We got Red Cross, Neurotica, inspired by Vinyl Richie. He showed this. Now, Vinyl Richie actually is the one that got me, come on, no, don't go on top of the record albums. It's not cool. He wants to go back outside really bad right now. And so Vinyl Richie had shown this and talked about it. He got me into Red Cross because ever since they came out, I thought it was a rap group. And I don't mind rap, but I just didn't want it to get into the rap album. That was Crisscross. I was all confused about the whole damn thing. This was formed by two brothers, Stephen and Jeffrey McDonald. They formed it out in California. And Vinyl Richie showed this and really, really liked it. So go back to one of his. You'll find it on there eventually. And he'll give you a good review. But now you're going to get mine. And this has really good stuff on here. I believe this is their second album. I think. No, it's their third album. This is their third album. There's some songs on here. Peach Kelly, Pop, and Janice Jamie. And it is just like folk pop on acid. It might be the best way to get it. A lot of these songs, they are extremely infectious. They really get you going. There's a mix of rough glam, it's like rough glam guitars happening, and yet these candy sweet vocals. It is so different. These guys really had some chops, or still do have some chops. Tommy Ramone is the one that produced this album, which makes it interesting. And it was wonderful. I just totally enjoyed it. The first one is the actual Neurotica, and then it comes with the second part is a demo album. And these are the demos that came, and the demos are in 8. And the beauty of the demos is you can't tell they're demos. They sound that good, that fresh. I was really shocked. And Vinyl Richie had mentioned that. And sorry, I got stuff slipping around here. And so I know, really? Is that true? And it is. It's really good. And, he mentioned almost like the demos better. And they sound great. Just great stuff. Great, just some great rock music that was coming out in the 90s, but done in such a way with really nice vocals and great listen. Fantastic. Kid Cross, Neurotica, truly great. So, since, that was Vinyl Richie inspired. Now, Vinyl Richie, he just showed on his last one this. I bought this record store day, and I hadn't shown it. It was a record. Richie, who hadn't bought it, went and found it, showed it. That just shows how far I get behind on crap. But I bought this on record store day because it deals with UK punk. These are the singles. You think, when punk started, everybody was making 45s because you could do it now. We're at this point where all you need, get a few $100s together. You go in, you press a few singles. You can sell them at shows. And so they were doing that. And so we got this beautiful 2-record set that comes on Luscious Black, final. Nothing special there. But explains what's happening on the scene, and then kind of about the groups that we're talking. So I appreciate the notes. You get a certain age where that tiny print isn't as user friendly. So this is just lots of groups that you will never hear of, that you would never hear of, that aren't on a lot of different compilations, but they put it together on here so you could kind of hear what was happening in the UK punk scene. And so it's just from, what you got, from 71 to 78. Isn't that neat? I mean, and it has extensive text, exclusive photography, original artwork. Huh. Really? I think it does come with a 45 also. So, I don't know, original artwork, huh? Wow. You know, I don't know, that part doesn't excite me that much, but they're trying. Soul Jazz Records. If you see that, if you like punk and you didn't buy that for Record Store Today and you see it, snap it up. Good stuff. Blues. And they call me Muddy Waters. Not personally, this guy. They call me Muddy Waters. This came out in 1971. This is a mono press. There we go. Off Chess Records. It is, he got a Grammy for this. He got a Grammy. It was Best Ethnic and Traditional Album of the Year. Ethnic. And it's not bad. It takes music that he'd already recorded, by the 70s. We're just rehashing. By the 60s, we're rehashing a lot of stuff. So they took stuff from 51 through 67, put it in chronological order, took those songs and put them on here. There's no real new ground broken, but this is good electric blues. Muddy sounds great. It's not the acoustic blues. There's a few quieter ones, but for the most part, it is just pure electric, raucous, barroom, fun blues. I enjoyed it. Muddy Waters. What's not to like about Muddy Waters? You may already have these songs on some other album. If you don't, though, or you don't have a lot of Muddy Waters, really, you won't go wrong. You do have Crawlin' King Snake on here, so you have that. And, you don't have some of the other hits that you always would think of with Muddy Waters. So, They Call Me Muddy Waters is on here. But, there's some different tunes, which is nice. So it just isn't like, it's not a greatest hits compilation. We take some other tracks and throw it in with a few of the hits. So Chess's way of saying, let's make some more money off Muddy Waters. And hopefully Muddy got the money too. Final one today. Sons of Champlin. And this is a Bay Area band. Came out in 65 to 1970. Then 71 to 77. 97 to wherever now. This is a 2 LP set. And it's pretty good. When I first listened to this, it was like, it's okay. Again, repeated listenings. It was much, much better. The guy who started this, his name was Britt Champlin, and he has the vocalist and keyboardist. And he actually played in Chicago from 81 to 86, which was fairly interesting. In high school, he had a high school teacher that's encouraged him to drop out of music, to drop out of school and take up music, because he's a great musician. He says, why be in school? Just drop out and go do that. Way to go, teacher. Just what teachers are about. Hey, screw what you're learning here. But it's San Francisco. It's the mid-60s, drop out, tune in, whatever. They wound up, he formed a band, and he took the Hammond B3 organ, and brought in a whole bunch of horns, and it was a totally different kind of Psych band that was coming out of Bay City. In fact, really, it's not a Psych band. It's like a jazz band. An R&B and jazz really is what he was interested in, and that's what he put together on here. And so the songs are interesting. They actually go quite along. Some of these songs are pretty long, and they last. So off Capitol Records. I can't remember if I even showed that. Now, no special inner sleeves or anything, just your paper inner sleeves. And so on here, they will be jamming. The thing is, the instrumentalists, there's a lot of them that do solos. So it's not like just a guitar solo or whatever, which kind of gives it more of that jazzy feel. They wound up, they did this album in 1969, Loosen Up Naturally. Loosen Up Naturally is the name of the album. And so to support it, they went out and toured. By touring, they learned an important lesson. We don't like each other that much. And it didn't work out, so they broke up, then they get together, then they break up, then they get together, then they break up. Whole soap opera thing. They tried a different name. They came up with this great name. Let's call ourselves Yogi Phlegm. Awesome name. How could that not go? It would be kind of cool to see on there, and it'd give you something from the letter Y. Yogi Phlegm. Didn't last. But I had no idea about this group. I just saw this album cover and I go, what's that? I might as well buy that. Let's see what it is. There we go, blind buy, trying to keep my collection limited down, smaller, and yet, what's that? I liked it. I enjoyed this album. I like the horn and the B3 mixing in. Sounded really, really good. Great stuff. All right, there we go. That's it. That's all for the midweek. That's not a midweek. There will be a midweek coming in. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping by. Great to see you. Let's do it again next week. All right. Have yourself a wonderful week. Bye.